We begin with sad news of a death in the Canadian family. Leonard Cohen didn't serve, but for so long, he was a survivor on the battlefield of the soul. Before he ever cut his first record, he was a provocative poet, a journalist of the human condition. From Cohen's Facebook page tonight, a simple and poignant announcement. We have lost one of music's most revered and prolific visionaries. Cohen was 82. CTV's Quebec Bureau Chief Genevieve Beauchemin has more on a man who shaped our national identity.
Leonard Cohen's words were as profound as the depth of his baritone.
Your faith was strong, but you needed proof.
His poetry delivered in a confidential whisper. And this would build his legacy as one of Canada's most revered artists.
Whenever you stand on a stage, you risk humiliation and disgrace, you know. Maybe that's one of the reasons you do it.
Cohen was raised in a Westmount home, an upper-class neighborhood of Montreal, born to a high-end tailor and to a rabbi's daughter. Often woven in his songs, nods to his past in a city he loved.
Leonard, while he's searched his whole life between Buddhism and other different forms of spirituality, he's always been a proud Jew.
Cohen studied at McGill University and published a first work of poetry in 1956. He relocated to a Greek island in the 60s where he would focus on his writing and on his muse, Norwegian model Marianne Immers. And though he sang "So Long, Marianne," and they had parted ways, decades later, he sent her a letter on her deathbed. It said he would not be far behind, and telling her, "Endless love, see you down the road." Though before that there would be many more women. By 1967, Cohen left for New York and turned to putting his words to music.
We take Manhattan.
He produced a series of hits before he returned to Montreal, and he had 2 children. By 1994, Cohen's life, though, was spinning out of control, drinking 4 bottles of wine a day to fight stage fright.
Depression is one thing, but just a general sense of confusion, bewilderment, sense of shipwreck.
He sought sanctuary in a Buddhist retreat to find a solution to his depression for 5 years, and all the while jotting down more words in the silence around him. He discovered his longtime manager had defrauded him of millions, left him broke, and so soon after he left the monastery, he was once again on the road. In his 80s, he would continue recording from his home in California, though through his words, life in Montreal often emerged. A city where he often said he felt at home like nowhere else. Genevieve Beauchemin, CTV News, Montreal.